So you've probably been seeing all of these entrepreneurs who are talking about how they've made $100,000 this year or $100,000 this month. But what they don't talk about is all of the difficulties that they went through to get to where they are today. You see, it doesn't always start out just making a bunch of money. There's a lot of ups and there's a lot more downs when you're first starting off a new business. So in this video, we're gonna talk to you about some of the things you're gonna wanna be aware of if you're thinking about starting a business in 2018 or 2019. So stay tuned, here we go. All right, welcome back, everybody. My name is Jordan Steen, aka Serial Entrepreneur. So today's gonna be a little bit different for you guys. If you've visited our channel before, you know we typically just kind of keep it on the computer, doing it, just pretty straightforward. But today we actually are playing around with some new toys. I got a brand new Canon G7, and I also have this cool little window mount. So we're gonna go take a ride in my car in just a second, and we're gonna have this talk about things that you should expect as an entrepreneur. I have a little meeting I need to head to, but I wanted to get this video done, and I think it's a really cool opportunity to do this style of video. But like I mentioned in the beginning, we're going to talk about some of the things that entrepreneurs don't talk about during their journey, which is the downfalls, the upsets, the downside to running a business, all of the things that you're going to have to watch out for and be prepared for if you're going to be a successful entrepreneur. So before we get into all of the talk today, do me a favor, and if you're brand new to this channel, hit the subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner and then the notification bell, so that way you get all of the updates to our cool content, our free training, our giveaways, all kinds of stuff like that. But Pasha, kick it to the B-roll of the car. So when it comes to, thinking about starting a business, you really have to get to a point where you can decide, is entrepreneurship for you? That's the first real question you want to ask, because there's a couple of things that are super important. You're going to have to deal not only with the financial risk and stress of being a business owner, because you now manage finances and the cost of living, everything that you have to do to pay bills to live, groceries, eat, bills, all of that comes down on you because you make all of the money now, right? So that's the first thing. But ultimately, there's also another side of it where it's the emotional stress. Are you ready to handle that kind of responsibility? Are you ready to handle the criticism? People are gonna judge you. Your friends are gonna judge you. Your family will tell you that they don't believe that you can do it. Are you ready to handle that kind of criticism? And if you aren't, then you need to do things to start becoming more mentally fit to where you're strong enough emotionally to handle that kind of thing. The next thing you want to ask yourself with regards to, just is entrepreneurship right for you? Do you know enough about the business? I get too many people who ask me, Jordan, I just don't feel confident enough in getting clients results. Well, if you knew the education enough and if you had found ways to practice, like on Upwork or starting a drop shipping business or just running campaigns for a friend, then you would have the experience. And that's where a lot of people lack. They feel uncomfortable, and so they don't feel like they're gonna get results. And so you probably won't. Make sure that you understand your craft. If you're gonna sell a service, then you need to understand how to do it. That doesn't make sense. Don't do a disservice to that business owner by hurting their business because you don't know how to run your business, right? The second thing is budget more than you need. A lot of people try to go into business, and I understand you're on a budget. I was too. But you still need to be prepared to spend about 2 times more than you actually think you're going to need to spend, okay? When it comes down to starting a business, there's all kinds of unforeseen expenses, especially when you're new, that you didn't plan for. I know you kind of want to keep your budget as low as possible, but ultimately when it comes down to it, leave yourself some room over budget because it's going to help you out in the long run. The third thing is you need to prepare for obstacles. It's the same thing when we apply overcoming objections to our sales process, right? There's something called objections where essentially a business owner will object to your product or your service, right? And so they basically are telling you, no, I don't want to buy it. Well, that's why you prepare ahead of the sale to understand what objections might be able to come your way. What could they potentially say to you to object to your product or service, or basically tell you, no, I don't want to buy it. And then you prepare basically comebacks or responses for those objections that they might have. The same principle applies to your business. You need to be able to essentially prepare for the bad stuff that's going to happen. You're going to run out of money. You're going to lose clients. You're not going to get things done on time. What happens? What's your plan when that kind of thing takes place, right? So prepare for things that are also going to be bad. Don't just plan for the yachts and the boats and the money and the cars and the women or guys if you're a girl, whatever, you know, don't plan for only the success. Also make sure you have a plan for if things start to go south. Part 4 is you do need to cover yourself legally, okay? So get insurance for your business if you feel like you're going to be in a situation, especially if you're in, like, say, the financial industry, where you could do something wrong and hurt another business. You need to be insured. The other thing is you need to have contracts that lay out exactly what you're going to do for that business and how much they need to spend if you plan to do a pricing where they have to commit to, say, 3 to 6 months, right? If you want them to commit to 3 or 6 months, you need to have a contract, because otherwise they can just get out and not have to pay you for those other 2 months. So say they joined in the first month, then in the second and third month, they decide they can't do it anymore. Well, you don't get paid for those second and third months because you didn't create a contract. So if you need a contract for that type of payment structure, then set one up and make sure you're covered. The biggest mistake that I see is that people try to do all of the work themselves, when in reality, I'm teaching you a business model that is supposed to become automated. So ultimately what that means is you need to actually outsource as much as possible and only focus on the skills that mean something to you. If the skill set isn't something that you're very good at or that you're a master at, then don't do it yourself. Outsource it, okay? Don't try to manage every aspect of the business yourself. You can't become an expert accountant, business owner, marketer, whatever else it takes to run a business. You can't become an expert at everything. So outsource what you need to. The final point I want to make is to price your products and services appropriately and discount discreetly. What I mean by that is you shouldn't be giving a discount to every single customer or giving away free stuff to every single customer, because it takes away from the quality of your service, at least from a from how they see your business, right? So what I want you guys to start doing is set your pricing a little bit higher than you would normally charge to leave some room for discounts. And what you can do is, once you actually get a customer who pushes back, like super pushes back, but you know they want to be able to basically start services with you, you can offer that customer that discount. But don't offer the discount to everyone. If it seems like it's a customer who's really just not going to be able to afford it, don't give them the discount. You don't want to give it to everybody. Only to the customers that seem like they're going to push back, and they start pushing back, like they don't want to buy your services because essentially they think it's too expensive, right? Price yourself appropriately. Don't undercharge or undervalue your services. So that's pretty much it for this video. Just remember, every entrepreneur who has seen success, who has become successful, started at the bottom like you and I are doing, or have done at some point, right? You guys will have to go through it too, so expect it, plan for it, and be okay with it. If you're not okay with that type of lifestyle, then entrepreneurship just isn't for you. Oh, and if you guys are marketing agency owners or aspiring marketing agency owners, or you're thinking of starting a marketing agency, make sure that you do me a favor and check out this video in the top right-hand corner. We actually recorded something about the day in the life of a marketing agency owner. So if you're wondering kind of what my day looks like, go ahead and check that out. Oh, and one last question before we get out of here. What is one thing you're afraid of with starting a business? What's one thing that kind of freaks you out about starting a business? Leave it in the comments below, because I would like to know what you're thinking. Finally, if this video helped you at all, make sure to hit the thumbs up button so that way you can get more access to more training, more free content, more giveaways, everything we do here at Serial Entrepreneur. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you for stopping by today, and I will see you on the next video. Until then, Serial Entrepreneur out. Later.
Ready to start living the six-figure work wherever, be your own boss lifestyle? Well, at Serial Entrepreneur Academy, we'll teach you how to use a laptop and internet to start your own social media and digital marketing agency. Get started with our free Facebook ads training. Links in the description below, guys. See you in the course. Serial Entrepreneur out.